Hello, interwebs. It has been a really long time since this has happened. And if you're keeping up with the blog, you know that I saw Titanic, which has been a life dream for years. Years. I saw it when I was 6 and I fell in love and I made birthday wishes that I would get to see Titanic in the theater and I got to. And it was really great. I saw it twice and I would go see it more, but it's kind of really expensive here. But it's worth it. It's worth it. That's what I tell myself. In my seeing of Titanic here, though, I realized that there are universal movie theater going rules that people need to learn and abide by. So I'm just going to share a few of those with you right now. Rule number one is shut up. Just don't talk. Because, okay, whispering is still talking. And just as a sidebar, I hate whispering. This is because, okay, I suck at whispering because my stage whisper is basically equivalent to everybody else's normal tone of voice. And I can't do like normal whispering. So I do apologize for that if I ever try to whisper at you and it pierces a hole, through your brain because it's so loud. But the thing is, okay, you're whispering. If you're whispering, it obviously means that you shouldn't be talking. Okay, and whispering is different than just talking in a quieter tone of voice because there are some places where talking in a quieter tone of voice is completely acceptable, in a library or someplace else where you need to be quiet. And the chances are, if you're whispering, it's probably not a time where you should be making noise at all. Like, if, like Rose is like taking off her robe and Jack is gonna draw her like one of his French girls, that's not a time to share your thoughts. No, be quiet. The quietness of that moment is part of that moment. Also, don't rattle your sacks around with your food ever. How friggin' long does it take to take something out of a bag? How long does it take to, open a bag of chips? Fact, in Sweden, you can bring whatever food you want into the movie theater, which I think is really nice. But that is not part of the rules. Rule number two, don't jiggle your leg against the back of my seat. Don't do it. Just don't. This is just a rule for life. This doesn't even just apply to movie theaters. Don't do it. Rule three, don't stand up to leave before the end of the movie. Okay, we're using Titanic as our example movie here because that is the movie I saw. And at the end, okay, Rose is an old lady warm in her bed, and the camera pans over all the pictures of all the things she did that she would not have done if she'd married Cal. And then we pan down to the sunken Titanic, and then it refurbishes itself to its 1912 glory, and Rose meets with Jack, and they kiss, and it's a reunion, and everybody's there, and I'm sobbing. And okay, during this part, like not even before we rewound to the past in the sea, there were people that stood up and put on their coats like they were ready to leave. You don't do that. That ties the whole thing together. It's the best part, in my opinion. But no, these people, they were ready to go. Don't do that. Just hold on. Just wait for like the 40 more seconds until the credits and the lights come on. Granted, it is a really long film. It's 3 hours and 15 minutes, but come on. You sat down for the 3 hours and 14 minutes and 20 seconds before the end. You can handle it. Now, to clarify all of this, this is not just directed at Swedes in general because they are a very considerate people. This is just 19 years of movie going built up, and I felt like I needed to share it because Titanic is my mecca of movies. And all these things that, just kind of are irritating when it's not something you've waited for how long? Oh my gosh, 14 years? To see, all of them just kind of compound, and then you have to say something. So I'm saying it to you. So if you go see Titanic in the theater, if however long it's going to be there, no one knows, just follow these guidelines. Follow these guidelines. If you see any movie, if you see anything with people. Also, I do realize how hypocritical it is of me to tell people to be quiet.